today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals set and ready to go on offense, leading the charge out of LSU, Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick back in April.
And when you talk about the traits that make Joe Burrow successful, you got to start with his head. This guy thinks the game, sees the game, loves the game. Then you go to the arm. He can make every throw. And then within a play, second and third reaction plays that are big ones downfield. That was why he won the Heisman Trophy, and that was why I voted for him, in addition to him winning a national championship.
First down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
7-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Flush to his right. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. He rifles one. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey.
Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, first and 10 at their own 26. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Oh, the slant complete to Green. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second.
The numbers for Green a week ago: 5 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
This is taken at the 15. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams have played and play to win each and every game. They're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it's going to be second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
They're on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's third down.
Winston from the gun on third down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Complete to CD.
Winston now to throw on first down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Richardson out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try... block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Bengals nothing.
To the air again with Winston. Open man is Ross, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Complete.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Pickup. First down, Dallas.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
Ball carrier.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
He finds his running back, Mixon.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
Cincinnati's Bengals.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Xavier Woods.
He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different in that position.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
The tackle
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A gain there of 21 yards.
22-yard line. A gain of 21 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Complete.
CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Following the interception, Winston eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
And it is now 21-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And some space here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To the air again, Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's now 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Randy Bullock lining up.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have come to, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Bengals 7.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Rolling to his right. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return. Here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. C.J. Uzomah, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
For Cincinnati.
This is Tony Pollard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. And quickly they get to the line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
On 2nd down, Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Number 21, Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now this time, Allen will throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
He was covered by Trey Wayne.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up second down. So second and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Throwing again, Allen. They complete it to Hill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
Brings up second and 8.
Throwing on second and 8. Allen escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
To number 21.
Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Ball at the 24 and a second and 11. Burrow will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
35-yard line.
Mixon on the toss right. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Intended that time for Cooper, and it'll bring up third down.
First down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Carlos Dunlap drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. Back now in Cincinnati as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
At the 21-yard line.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's second down. From the 21, it's second and 10.
1-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Intended for C.J.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On second down now, it's Ross. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
23-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's a gain of 3. And a Cowboy first down.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That'll bring up second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Phillips. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. So the Cowboys now bringing the offense out there to go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, Phillips. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Bengals.
The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And this team just continues to win football games. They're well on their way to another victory here. And that 16-0 season starting to come into focus. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27.
They'll have it, but I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
A fumble on the play. Out of bounds. The offense retains possession.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.